I'm sort of like bug sized too, you know?
He's got like a bug vibe.
Aura.
Yeah, aura. Hello, we are Jack and Jack.
And this is Besties on Besties with 17.
Indeed. Honestly, this is such a basic answer for people who are familiar with us, but we have this song called Like That, and I really love that song. The way we made it in our hometown, Omaha, Nebraska, with our buddy Nate, and that was just like a memory because it was like, I don't know, it's just like we just graduated high school.
First song that kind of put us on people's radars, I think musically too.
Yeah, and we were just like having fun, just writing and spitting lyrics out, like it was no big deal.
That one definitely holds some sentimental value. Describe our friendship in 3 words. Okay, my 3 would be tight-knit, entertaining. I feel like we're always up to some sort of shenanigans, you know?
Of course.
And word 3 would be everlasting.
Wow.
It ain't going nowhere.
First thing I thought of was very long time.
So what, like one word? That was 3 words.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Lengthy.
3 words.
Oh, very long time. Yeah. Me and Galinsky here, we actually met right before the first day of kindergarten. Basically, it was a neighborhood greeting before all these kids went into kindergarten, you know? I think he was playing caveman, or like he was playing a caveman character in his head.
Yeah, I was in a caveman phase.
He was 4, so, you know, he still does it now, so age really has nothing to do with it. But he walked up to me and he like sniffed me and he asked me if I would be his friend. And I was like, okay, I can get down with the caveman vibe, and we were just best friends after that. So.
Yeah, it's just kind of been consistent since.
I feel like your emoji would just be like the bicep.
He's
a gym rat. He's a gym rat. He
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're gonna go bicep, maybe I'll do like
with the glasses.
The glasses and
the tech wizard, the nerd.
Yeah, because he's sneaky smart.
And I do wear glasses from time to time.
Jack is so entertaining. He's entertaining because he always has a lot of energy, and he's always trying to crack a smile from someone, so he's just constantly entertaining.
I'll take it. Jack would never, it sounds so weird saying Jack.
I know, like we don't call each other Jack. Yeah.
G would never skip leg day.
Wow, I appreciate that.
I'm doing all these gym ones.
Johnson is so good at socializing. He can have a conversation with anybody, and it could be like an hour long, and there's like never a gap in interest for him. Like he just knows how to roll. He's good at being out and about and making friends and networking. G
loves routine. I think that's like one that's right on the head. It's not
as accurate.
It's not that exciting of a one, but it's like, I think a lot of people might be surprised to know that about you. It's like you have a very kind of set in stone routine. You know, you go to the gym when you go to the gym. You make your foods that you like. You know.
Yeah. No, I'm very routine based. Something we hate. What do we hate collectively?
Personally, and I don't know if you can agree.
Okay, let's see.
When you open like a peanut butter top and there's like the oil on top of it.
Oh, I hate that. Mine's almond butter, but yeah, I hate that.
It's like, just get this oil out of here. I'm sure it's like helps preserve, you know, the
main butter. They separate for some reason, but is there a natural way to make them non-separatable?
I wish. Somebody has to get on that, because that oil, it gives me the ick for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty basic, pretty easy. He's either Jay Johnson or like Buggo, maybe. His dad calls him Beetle, so I think maybe that's where Bug came from.
I'm sort of like bug sized too, you know?
He's got like a bug vibe.
Aura.
Yeah, aura.
I mean, G is the most obvious one, J and G, because it's like, you have to differentiate us somehow, you know, because we're both Jack. Even my mom will call us by like our last names. Even when she's not with him, should I say. She'll still call me Jack J. Yeah. It's just us two. And I'm like, okay, Mom, you don't have to add that. Like, G's not here. But some more, I guess, niche ones. I call him Linsk. We call him Linsk. You know, it's just an abbreviation of his last name. Roy G. Biv.
Roy G. Biv.
Because G, you know, Roy G. Biv, it's the color spectrum of the rainbow, and he's G. He's right there in the middle.
Yep.
So I'll call him Roy sometimes, or like, you know.
Yeah, that's something nobody understands.
Roy Biv.
Yeah.
And then we'll call him Sneaks, because his gamer tag is Elder Sneaks, because he's very shifty on you know, the 1s and 2s on the controller.
It's true.
We were gonna do this for Josh's birthday.
Skydiving, I was thinking.
Skydiving, and I know you're hip. I know you're down.
I am. I was a little nervous that day. Spelunking is another one.
Bro, are you talking about like cave diving underwater?
Not underwater. Above water.
Bro, why would you ever do that? I don't want to do that.
Ooh, I think this is a pretty even one. I believe Johnson has great fashion sense, and I believe since I've been with my girlfriend, mine has elevated quite a bit.
It really has, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You used to be like very standard, but now I feel like you throw a little spice in the mix.
I am pretty standard, but even like a pastel, like this is very off the cuff for me.
No, for sure. I think we just have different fashion senses. I wouldn't say one is like, you know, more elevated than the other. I definitely am more eccentric in my style. Like, you know, I like to wear colors and just like do things that make people turn their heads.
We're almost backwards today.
Right.
Like, I always
I'm
wear
just black on black.
Yeah.
You actually got the
and
colors
he always
going?
has the colors, but today, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Switching.
we put that at, like, you know, a draw, but like but different.
Ooh.
I mean, best sense of humor. I feel like
We almost have one.
yeah, it's like I don't know. Our humor has become so obscure and just like, you know, one and the same over the years. I think we have like the exact same sense of humor, which a lot of people look at us as weirdos, like when we're like around people for the first time in person, and they're like, "What is this like inside joke?"
Like that's not funny, you know?
Yeah.
But it's so funny to us.
We'll be dying laughing, and they'll just be looking at us like we're freaks.
The first one that comes to my mind is this one that we labeled Nerd Vandals, and it's because it kind of gave us a career on its own. It was our first massive Vine that maybe got
hit.
1 million likes or something, and
Started the snowball effect for
100%.
sure. I like the one where it was that Young Dolph song.
If you ain't talking money.
R.I.P. Yeah, if you when you're doing a lemonade stand as a kid and like somebody purchases your lemonade or like your first customer comes in, I forget what the caption was, but it's like
you make your first like $4.
So it's us sitting there all innocent at a lemonade stand and someone's like, "Oh, I'll get a glass," and then it cuts to us and we have like tinfoil grills in and it's like this trap song by Young Dolph playing. If you ain't talking money, I don't want to talk, and we're flexing our like $3 that we made. And I don't know, I always got a kick out of that one because I liked how he edited it.
Oh, I think
with that I'm gonna go with G off rip because
I don't know.
I lack a chin a little bit, you know, and he's got a strong jawline. So
Appreciate
sometimes I'll be getting caught at like side angles, and I'm like, where is that thing? Why is he hiding?
I think we both have our signature poses. Sometimes mine like. It kind of like
you have a side
annoys
though, right?
me.
Don't you have like a side? That
Yeah,
you prefer?
I like my right side. Yeah,
and like I like, don't have a side I prefer, but they're both kind of just ticking time bombs. You never know what you're gonna get.
Ooh.
Biggest perfectionist? Well, he's always been like very anal and very like OCD about things. Just like, okay, this needs to be here. This needs to be here.
Yeah.
Like you walk into his apartment and everything's like spick and span and perfectly clean.
Yeah. But when it comes to like maybe music, I mean, we're both very perfectionists.
Yeah, I guess maybe just because I'm more on the production side, like there'll be little things that I'll be tweaking that like maybe you won't hear. Who
Probably
gives
Johnson.
the best relationship advice?
No.
Well, I don't receive much because I haven't been in a relationship.
Yeah,
in a
that's
while.
the thing.
So I guess like I would be the only one giving any, but like no, like you still would give.
But a relationship could be a friendship, and I think like equally we could give really good advice to anybody who's like, how do you have a 2-decade-long friendship and you're only 25? It's like, well, we know how to do it. So we have equal good advice.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Well, one that I think you actually made really dope, but he got this.
You talking about this one?
It was initially
a sound wave. It was initially a sound wave right here.
Yeah.
And I said,
now it's a pine tree.
I said, "Stay humble, stay hydrated, stay true" into my voice memo app, and I just put that. I turned my phone sideways, and I'm like, "All right, I want you to," because that's a great motto to live by. If you stay humble, if you stay hydrated, and if you stay true to yourself, I mean, you really can't fail in life. No. But yeah, it was very misaligned. All like the lines were crooked and not really parallel with one another. And so I had another tattoo artist cover it up with like, you know, a pine tree and like a little Colorado like Rocky Mountain cloudy night scene.
I like
how it is now.
Yeah. And it has a great message. So like the intention is pure and nice.
Geez, well,
I could guess this.
Yeah, well, he's in the process of getting it removed. So
it's almost gone, so you can't even really.
Just like a bunch of blood blisters right now.
Yep.
Let's just say it was like an ex's name, which is like the rule number 1, which you're not supposed to do. It wasn't so much like funny. It was like very standout though. We were filming a 5-song video back in Nebraska. We had to have a stunt driver drive a car. It was like 1 a.m. And we were already like on overtime. Like, you know, the crew was all tired. Everyone was tired. And
it was like 30 degrees.
This was the last shot we had to get of the entire shoot. This stuntman driving this old Chevy into a lake. I remember it was like an hour's worth of preparation. He would drive up and stop and be like, okay, getting the framing right. And then finally he like actually drove into the lake. And sometimes when cars sink, like they pull you with them because there's like an undertow. And so we were all like nervous about this.
And we actually had to be in the water when he drove in because
so he crashed.
It looked like we were in the car.
We had to swim out there towards where the car was, get really close to the car as it was sinking, as he's swimming off, and then turn around and swim back towards the shore as if we were in the car crash. You remember how heavy your clothes were?
We wore wetsuits underneath our clothes.
Underneath our outfits.
Yeah.
And the outfits, like, the clothes were sopping wet, and it felt like you were carrying, like, 40, 50 pounds on you. We probably were.
We were, for
weight.
sure.
And then we also had to carry the girls, the love interests of both of us, on our backs, like, out of the water. And so it was like, you know, it was like an Iron Man challenge almost.
What sparked it at the very beginning, you know, a decade ago, it was just us being friends and wanting to work together, and specifically with this era, we never really wanted to take a break in the first place. So we just wanted to remain true, like his tattoo says, to who we are, and continue this journey that we started together a decade ago.
We built this thing before, getting involved with these major labels, these major industry players, and it kind of like once we kind of got too many hands in the pot, it kind of tore J&J from the seams, and just like made everything very weird. This is my best friend, and you're telling me I can't make music with him? Like, what's going on? And so I think it's like it was something that never went away, but this era is very inspired by us getting back to our roots and us making the music that we want to make and not feeling like puppets in this industry, which I think a lot of young flourishing artists can get kind of sucked up in that situation. And, we want to make sure other people don't go down the same route we did.
The vibe of this new era, I would say it's a good vibe. A lot of different vibes though in terms of the actual music itself. We had just put out like a kind of summer vibe. We have another summer vibe coming soon. And then we like kind of switch gears and we're going throwback a little bit. And then we have our individual stuff that we will continue to put out as well.
More musical than ever. I say musical because all these new records are all rooted in like, real guitar, real piano, real sounding drums. And that's something that I feel like, has just gotten very oversaturated in current pop music. Is just like, there's a lot of synthetics, and we want to bring it back and make songs that like you hear them and it's like, okay, we can translate these to a T live. Obviously add a little bit more spice, and the live edition's always fun to come up with. But I think we're just trying to make music that allows for, a better live showing, and on top of that, I feel like it just has a lot of real instrumentation, and so we're trying to kind of channel like what we love and put it into our music.
We're Jack and Jack. Thanks so much for watching us. Besties on Besties.
Besties on Besties, baby. Make sure you guys go stream Runaway. Right Here With You is coming very soon. I don't even know if it'll be announced, so this might be an exclusive. But
might be an exclusive.
Yeah, lots of new music coming. We appreciate you guys watching.